if you hate messing with your weed eater because it is super difficult to get it started or it is so heavy, then you're definitely going to want to check out this battery operated weed eater. Seriously, where has this been all of my life? This thing was super easy to put together. My teenage son did it in probably less than 25 minutes. And as he's putting together, he was like, Mom, there are so many great features to this thing. He couldn't wait to try it out. I also used it and was so impressed with it. It is super easy to use. I love especially that you're able to adjust the length here. So if you want it a little bit longer or you want a little bit shorter, that's all you have to do. And you can just lock it into place. It is super easy with this handle to use it. And then you just press on the button here. And this thing literally goes to town. I was weed whacking so many things. I even took a small little tree and was able to whack it and it would disappeared within a couple of seconds. Our chicken coop had gotten really overgrown, so I was so excited to have my son trim this up. This weed whacker is definitely more powerful than I expected from a cordless model. It has a 15,000 RPM brushless motor with upgraded steel gears, so it cuts smoothly without bogging down. And if you're wondering, can it handle thick weeds? Yes, it does. For regular grass and light trimming, I use the trimmer line. But if I'm cutting thicker weeds or heavier growth, I switch over to the metal blade or the saw blade, and it has no problem getting through those tougher areas. It doesn't feel underpowered, and I haven't experienced any jamming while using it. My son had the trim line on during this whole section, and you can see it easily took this large weed down with no problem. Plus, it's really easy to use it to trim the grass, especially if you have areas that are hard to reach with a mower, and it doesn't dig into the grass or give it bald spots. One of my favorite things about this tool is that it's really four different tools in one. You can use the string trimmer for everyday grass and around sidewalks, flower beds, fences, and landscaping, and then switch over to edging. And it gives your sidewalk and driveway those nice clean lines that make your whole yard look professionally maintained. And it easily trims overgrowth on sidewalks as well. I really like that changing between the different cutting heads isn't complicated. You can easily swap between the trimmer line, the metal blade, or the saw blade depending on the job you're doing. And because this only weighs about 5 pounds, it is easy on your arms and shoulders. The lightweight design makes a huge difference if you're working for an extended period of time. And the telescoping shaft adjusts to different heights, so it's comfortable whether you're taller or shorter. When it arrived, I was honestly expecting a long assembly process, but it couldn't have been much easier, and my teenage son found the process to be super easy. The instructions are easy to follow, and everything was packaged really well. All the parts were clearly organized, and it came with everything needed to get started. There's no extra trips to the garage looking for tools because everything you need is included right in the box. Assembly was very straightforward. You simply need to connect the shaft sections, attach the handle, install the safety guard, and then choose whichever cutting attachment you want to use. The instructions again are super easy to follow, and my son had no problem putting it together in less than 25 minutes. I also like that changing between the different cutting heads isn't complicated. You can easily swap between the trimmer line, the metal blade, or the saw blade depending on the job you're doing. So you're really getting multiple yard tools in one. Another huge plus is the battery life. It comes with two upgraded 21-volt 6.0 amp hour batteries, so you can swap them out and keep working if needed. Each battery can last up to about 2 hours depending on what you're cutting, which is plenty of time for most yard projects. I used the trimmer line all over my yard and couldn't believe that I worked for over a half hour and still had 3 green lines on the battery. And I love that it comes with a bag and a fanny pack to keep everything nice and organized. And the fanny pack is perfect if you want to change out blades while working. So if you are in the market for a fantastic weed eater, you're definitely going to want to check this one out. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful information. Be sure to check out my storefront and follow it for other great video reviews.